All right. I think we are live. Just never always, I just never totally know if I'm live or not. It's always a bit of a mystery. Okay, so guys, good morning. Welcome back to the live stream where we first review the watch list, then we talk about, or then we trade the market open every day. Everyone had a great weekend. They're ready for this short week. It's a 4-day week, guys. 4 days. The markets are open. Friday is July 3rd, and then Saturday is July 4th. I think that's how it is. So Friday's off. Today is Monday. It's the 15th. No, wait, hold on. It's the 29th of June. And it's 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got another 15 minutes before the market opens at 9:30. We'll wrap up trading in the stream around 11 to 11:30. FAQs in the video description below. Check them out. Let's get to the watch list. IBIO is looking pretty hot in this area, I gotta say. And then we have BHTG. Both of these looking pretty hot. IBIO has been a big runner the last few days. Never really holds its highs after a gapper. But sometimes has a nice little spike in the morning. So I'll keep an eye out how we want to trade IBIO. I don't think there's really any specifically new news about it. It's just, it's been a hot runner from 5 cents all the way up to almost $3 now. So it's had a good run. BHTG could be a good little pre-market trade right here, pulling back. I already did one trade on BHTG. Let's talk about this one very quickly here. 12 million float, U.S. pollution and treatment company with a kind of rehash of a catalyst here. I have noticed it's up 120% pre-market, and then it had like a 27% pullback. So overall, it's kind of nice here pre-market. I traded this as we broke back above VWAP. We had a nice dip here, and I traded this one into the bounce. I was looking for a breakout, but it didn't happen right away. I've noticed BHTG has been a little tricky to trade. The breakouts are a little bit slower. It does like 2-3 attempts as opposed to sometimes you'll have a quick stock that just moves a bit faster. It is a 12 million float, so a little bit bigger than on average. So I was thinking about trading this little pullback here. Would have worked. That was a 6% move. But if I traded this breakout, I think I would have probably got chopped out. I don't know. It was a little tricky. So we made like a, I don't know, like a 2.5% profit on this one. And look at that breakout, just so aggressively pulls back. It has nice volume though. So I think BHTG out of the gates is one of the nicest lead gappers. I think it's the most clear lead gapper. We have our gap scanner right here, and we don't have like dozens and dozens of stocks. Today it's a very low amount of stocks, which is nice, gives us a little bit more focus. So I think out of the gates, I think most traders are going to be looking for BHTG. I got some magnesium water. This stuff is crack. I think a skate park just opened up next to my house. Like, some crazy noise going on out there. ALT I was looking at for a little bit pre-market, then it kind of disappeared. Let's talk about it. I got my second laptop again here. Trying to make sure the stream and TD Ameritrade have enough GPU and CPU as possible. The thing I don't like about ALT, and you guys can probably already guess it, it's pulled off quite a bit from the pre-market high, but it is finding some support here at 11.7. We know this is a key multi-month support and resistance zone. Really, really nice. So let's see how it's going to keep up from here. Let's go here. If it breaks past this 11 zone, which we did, and we hold this area, we might have a really nice blue sky all the way to 15. So I would like to see that with ALT. I'm not totally sure if I'm going to be trading it. It is a little bit slower of a mover, 40% only, or 30% pre-market. I'm not totally sure if I'm going to be trading ALT, but as a swing trader, whatnot, could be interesting. It's had quite a phenomenal run so far, but that long-term chart makes me a little bit weary for a swing trade. With IBIO, we want to remember, guys, this thing has 101 million float. So this one's a little bit slower of a mover. Also a big multi honestly, this thing's been running for like months, I feel like. So it's not been my favorite one to really trade since it's a little bit slower of a mover with that, float size. But, getting some dip trades on this overall on the swing account would be really nice. Otherwise, I don't know if I'm going to really be trading it actively. I mean, we have some really nice support and resistance here that held true. So I should have jumped on this at 2.5. That was a 5% move. So many opportunities on it, just a little bit tricky. BHTG, guys, just kind of sticking with this one. This is what I was talking about. So we had technically, this was the breakout. Then it, had a kind of a fake out here, and then it's breaking out again. This is just what I mean by BHTG, just being a little bit more sketchy, a little bit delayed gratification almost, you could say. Let's quickly go to the long-term chart with BHTG. What else do we have here? I mean, we have some pretty clear support and resistance zones. One thing, we're already, way, let's see, we're at 3.4, so we're right around this area, right under $4. This thing has some nice moves. I like how the spikes work on BHTG. We had several gap days here in a row. This was a big, solid move. The fact that there's so much more volume today makes me feel like there's been some dilution or maybe a reverse split that's not popping up on my chart. I'm not totally sure either. Earnings are expected today. BHTG just hit 3.8. It's having a phenomenal breakout in this area. Congrats to anyone that's trading it pre-market. Just broke through the pre-market high. Good call out. So good spike history. I think we have easy room to run to 5 if we break. There's going to be some big resistance there. 5.5 is always one of those key areas too. I have an order on it at 62. Not really sure if we're going to get a nice little pullback here, but we might. So out of the gate, I'll be watching BHTG. Let's see if we can get a quick little pullback here. I'll remove this order for now, actually, and see if maybe a lower dip would be a little bit more appropriate for me. Bigger sell volume coming in now. Put an order at the 52. Got another 7 minutes here till the market opens. Just being cautious here. Might try to do some dips on this one, but overall not really trying to get too aggressive here. Got one little trade on it. I know this thing, has pulled back kind of aggressively in the past. Here it held the 9-minute pretty well. I'm a little worried for something like this, but we have much more volume on it for now, so I probably shouldn't be too worried about a big pullback like that. I won't be trading it. I won't be holding a position into the market open. I don't really like that, so if I do get a trade on it now, it'll be a pretty quick one. This thing looks like it might even still keep going here. Woo, it's getting windy outside. Feels like I'm back in Florida. Big breakout here. I had a bit of an annoying TOS issue this morning. I tried to get an entry here on this pullback, and we had this candle shoot through my limit order, and I didn't get executed. I didn't get filled, which was really weird. The price went below my buy limit order, and I didn't get filled. So it's kind of sometimes annoying when that happens. Cruz, I don't even know why I woke up pre-market. I don't even have any J trades left. Because you're studying, you're eager to learn, ready to go. That's good, man. Thoughts on IDE X? kind of in that similar category as IBIO, just a multi-runner with a bigger float, had a huge pullback to 1.5. I would have liked to have kind of a limit order waiting in that area, or, you know, dip by it a little bit, IDE X, but we didn't. Could be a bit of a move back to $2, IDE X. I would not be surprised. Could be good fun to watch this one out of the gates. We need that break of 1.8, and this thing could be a good little rip. I think I actually want to watch this one here. I like what I'm seeing on. Wow, what an app. So BHTG is 100% in that secondary move to the upside. Good call on IDE X. Just a backside move. Some good, okay, positive news. I mean, it has news, but to me, it's more of a backside bounce at this point. I don't really see it going much above 2, but I could see a retest of 2, so I'll be looking for that zone on IDE X. I had one little trade with BHTG pre-market, a little bit of a bounce here. Took some profits. It was a little bit of a kind of one of those delayed movers, but overall, I was happy about this one. Built a little bit of a cushion for the day. IBIO, strong pullback here, 2.5. So I'm going to watch IDE X actually and BHTG out of the gate. To me, they are a little kind of the nicest kind of setups. I would look for IDE X, a break of 1.8. Wow, BHTG is out of here. It just flew. Not even sure where I'd want to trade it anymore. Broke above 4. Got another 2.5 minutes here. Yeah, if it's too loud, let me know, guys. I could close the windows. I have 2 windows open. I could just close them. It's not raining. It's just very windy right now. So I'm sure the rain is gonna. There's the thunder. So nice, cozy trading environment we have here today. It's exciting. I'm not sure. It depends what you're going to want to do. IBIO. I don't think I'm going to watch IBIO out of the gate. All right, guys. Another 1.5 minutes here till the market opens. VXRT. We're gonna pull it up for a quick second here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be trading VXRT. It was a hot runner the day before. Could be breaking that 10.2 zone. Could be a nice move. Had a nice bounce off of 8. That would have been what I really would have wanted, but I missed that one. I don't know. VXRT could be interesting. I'm going to be watching IDE X. I really like that potential on IDE X. Another 50 seconds here, guys. Good luck, everyone. BHTG, I have on my other chart. If I enter a trade on this one, I'll be sure to pull it up on this chart so you guys see it. BHTG bouncing off the 9-minute. This should be quite an interesting open here. $11 seconds. Good luck, everyone. Big buyers on 76. Moving up my limit order a little bit here. Got an entry on the 177. Breaking past the 188 potentially. $7.7. Holding this area okay. Breaking a little harder now. Pulling back a bit too hard. Gonna close this one. Took a small loss here. Actually a pretty decent loss, probably 5% loss, bigger than I wanted. Watching IDE X. Possible red to green move. BHTG pulling back. Having a VWAP bounce. No trades yet for me on BHTG since the market opened. Unfortunately, I had to cut my losses here on IDE X. Didn't really get that move that I wanted. Tried to get out earlier, but I kind of got skunked on that exit. You guys probably saw that. I just didn't get that exit right away. Looks like it's going to have a red to green move here. This is kind of what I was expecting. A little bit annoying to get skunked on a move that you were kind of hoping for. Just watching this one, had to take a 10 cents loss on this one, a bigger loss. A lot of sell volume on IDE X. Should have gave that one probably a little bit more time. BHTG had a decent bounce here off of like 61 or so. So we're down the day just a bit. IDE X trying to set up here for a break of VWAP red to green. Still a bit more sellers here than I probably would want, so I'm not going to jump on it. Watching BHTG. Put alert here, see if it starts breaking higher. Yeah, nice call on CLSK. It's definitely running. It has big resistance at 3.5. That was a big reason I didn't really want to trade this one initially. Waiting for my scanner here to pop up. We have good volume on CLSK. Solid move so far, 15%. Putting a little bit of a limit order here. Your VWAP. Watching BHTG. I'm not watching VXRT, Joe, but maybe. I don't know. It's up to you. BHTG. Always, guys, always have a plan. Know why you're entering a trade. Know why you're exiting a trade. Is your thesis still going the right way? CLSK might get halted here. If it keeps running up, I'm surprised it hasn't gotten halted. Bigger pullback there. Bit of a doji candle. Time for the decision to be made here. Pulling back a little bit more. VWAP bounce here, it looks like. Move this order for now. BHTG is pulling back. Not sure why the scanners aren't updating here. It's a little bit annoying. CLSK pulling back again here. CLSK was a lead gapper, I think for yesterday even. Bigger move here to 305. Still pulling back. Michael, what'd you get? CLSK, still watching it here. Looks like it might break again from this $3 area. BHTG pulling back as well. Markets are all relatively green, except the NASDAQ. BHTG. Yeah, I feel you. That's a quick mover, man. Those are sometimes really, really hard to get right, especially depending on the platform, right? IDE X back in the game. This is kind of what I was waiting for with IDE X. Got to say, it was kind of annoying to have to cut losses on this one, but you got to avoid those big losers. BHTG trying to break back above VWAP here. It's definitely a bit trickier to trade. Definitely big resistance here. This could be, yesterday could be, or Friday could have been an engulfing candle on it. So that's one thing to consider. BHTG moving here. (9:41 a.m.) IDE X is definitely struggling in this zone, guys. It's on the backside of a fairly big move. I probably should have put a little bit more weight into that. That sell-off was a bit more aggressive than I was hoping for, and the buy on the 77 was probably also just a little bit aggressive. I was up about 2%. I tried to close out for a small profit, more of like admitting that it wasn't, that fast, that breakout, and then just didn't happen. So it's a bit unfortunate. BHTG is definitely the lead gapper on the day. We have LCA with a very aggressive pullback here after the open. I wasn't really too interested in LCA pre-market, and this overall move isn't really something I'd be too interested in. It's a bit more of a larger cap. Then we got IBIO. IBIO had a pretty decent red to green move. I actually gotta say it looks really, really nice. Pop to the upside here. Yeah, so maybe I should have been more focused on IBIO. Little slap on the wrist for myself on that one. BHTG pulling back here, 3.4. $275 is a very kind of key area. 270, this zone, we really need to build up some momentum to break through it. We did break to 2.9 pre-market. KTOV back on the block a little bit as well. Decent open. IDE X doesn't look too hot, I gotta say. CLSK had that nice move, had some aggressive sell-offs though. Check it out, HTBX. Nice little move on HTBX, gotta say. Nice little break of VWAP here, quick pullback. Looks like it's having this nice little solid retest here. This could be a crack. HTBX might break through one. I could probably see that happening. HTBX is positioning itself for a breakout. BHTG pulling back as well. HTBX at that breakout. CLSK trying as well. Second big green day, bigger volume on CLSK. Really, really nice to see that. Not sure what the volume, catalyst is on it. BHTG bouncing a little bit here. But still overall a lot of selling pressure. Ooh, CLSK, nice little break here. This was a sweet move. 4%. Pulled back kind of hard, kind of quick. I don't like that there's a really big resistance zone at 3.5, 3.7. So we're down a little. If you guys are totally new here, we're down a little bit today. IDE X, we kind of got skunked on this one right out of the gates, but we had a nice pre-market trade on BHTG, just used small position size and took profits too quick. Well, I wouldn't even say I took profits too quick. I was just looking for a different kind of trade, and I took it, and it worked out pretty perfectly. I should have re-entered it, if anything. Yeah, IDE X. So IDE X did exactly what I wanted it to. You know, right idea, wrong timing, which I got to say is always, always, always very stressful. But that's just how it is. My goal was to see this thing rip past 1.8 and ideally into the 2s. Maybe we can get a pullback on this one. We traded that with about 600 shares. In case it pulls back here quickly, I doubt it, but 85 could be a really nice entry on IDE X. We'll just keep watching this one. Yep, the NASDAQ overall is selling off quite a bit today, so just keep an eye out for that. Shouldn't really be the worst though. It affects kind of the mid caps a bit more as the large caps, the small caps. So if we're dealing with the market caps under 100 million, under 500 million, the less the better. TBIO, possibly we could take a look at it another time. Tanmay, always interesting to check out some possible swings. BHTG setting up here. like what we're seeing on this one. Finally, some volume coming in here. We've been on the backside of this move. It's already had 3 legs to the upside. Pretty clear stair stepper. I'm a little bit nervous that maybe this one's already totally priced in. We might still see some action around to 5. We want to break that 4 and really hold above it. And right now, we might not really get that till possibly a little bit later in the day here. IDE X had that pullback. So IDE X did exactly what I wanted, just wrong timing for me. So I ended up red on this ticker. Gotta watch out that I don't get, on the wrong side of it again. Technically, this is exactly the move I was looking for. Right now, we could be on the back side of this move. I know there's big resistance at $2. So that's why I want to be a little bit cautious there. Big time resistance about 2 to 11. Yeah, Jeffrey, it's something that just starts, picking up a little bit here, and yeah, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. You get more and more comfortable listening to it. I also have tons of issues with it as well. It's a pretty mixed group, David. Everyone has a different strategy for sure. I'm also swing trading in a different account, and we talk about it sometimes as well. I'm taking it a little bit easier right now. I kind of missed some of those morning moves. Actually, there was, honestly, the gap and goes this morning weren't really, I don't know. There were some good ones, especially with CLSK. IDE X had a pretty nice one. I just had the wrong timing on it. BHTG was a pre-market really trade, so we were kind of right. Very close. So let's just kind of keep watching it here. It looks like it might be a little bit more of a late morning kind of day. Hopefully for me. Let's see if the market kind of lets that happen. CLSK had a bit of that pullback after hitting that high of 3.5. This is what we were talking about. It was a very, very dangerous area there at 3.5. I was a bit more cautious with that zone myself. BHTG trying to break past the 3.7. Not enough volume, it seems. Oh! No. Yeah, me too. I'm waiting for it to get back above 3.7. That's what I would like to see. Oh, BHTG just broke above. have a low limit order here just in case we get a quick pullback. I don't really think we're going to get one. I'm watching this one very closely. 173 could be a good buy. 1 minute pullback. That was a very quick one. You got to act aggressive when you see those. Nice entry, Ian. BTHD is looking hot. A little bit slow here on the breakout. This is what I was saying with BHTG for a while at pre-market, was the fact that its moves always seem to take a little bit longer. So I wasn't very keen on jumping in on it. Possible pullback here on BHTG. Moved up my limit order just a tad. This could be the entry here. Again, not really rushing this one. BHTG might be breaking higher here. It's been such a sketchy one. TI, check the monitor tab. You can see all your past trades. Yeah, BHTG with the fake outs, always. Possible quick pullback here. 12 million float, 17 million shares outstanding. This could be the break here on BHTG. Breaking that 3.9. There we go. There was the breakout we were waiting for. New minute about to start. Could see a quick pullback on this one. I'm being a little bit too conservative on this. Nice, Heiko. Sweet, sweet entry on that one. Several pullbacks here. IBIO found some support. Seeing if we can get a better entry here in the 70s. Tiny entry, small entry here at 74. Another pullback here. Bouncing off the VWAP. Bit of a more aggressive here, pullback at 10.02. Pulling on under 60 here. Let's see if we can have a quick bounce back up into the 70s. Again, try to get out here, miss this exit. Closing this position, yeah, not really my day today. I'm almost down $100, $70 so far. So got to watch out here. Almost at my max stop for the day. A little bit unfortunate. Luckily, I've been using smaller position size today. Really unfortunate. It was really that second trade that kind of put me on the bad track. So it is what it is. Sometimes it happens. Was looking for that pullback. Got the pullback. I was good that I was a bit more cautious on it, but then I, ended up losing 10 cents a share. So it is what it is. Yeah. How to cut my losses on it. Looks like it probably will break back above VWAP. You don't know. So I got to manage my risk. And today was a little bit annoying so far. It's basically today was, managing my risk actually caused me to take losses. But, you just got to do it. IDE X at 1.9. We stopped out at 1.6. I mean, that's just, or 6.8 or so. So that just happens. Let's see here what BHTG is up to. I was too conservative on the way up, but luckily I was still conservative on the bigger pullback. Looks like it's dipping again here. Looks like Heiko and I were in a similar boat today, just kind of being thrown around by the market a little bit. It is Monday. It's always good to be a little bit more cautious on a Monday. And that's what That's what I did at first, but IDE X, I was not cautious enough. I jumped in on that one prematurely, and I got instantly smacked for that. So totally, totally deserved. Thanks, Corey, and nice one. Yeah, I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried. I just got to make sure we don't, get stopped out today. So trying to really look for those 5-minute setups, not trying to premature anything right now. $10.06, guys. Yeah, so gave back more profit on that one than my first initial trade. LCA. Wasn't really too hot about this one, but it's trying to pull up here at 13.56. Just had a little bit of a bounce. Try to get that dip there on this one. Move 11.40 for now. Oh, but it would have had that entry. A small mover here on LCA, but yeah, it would have been actually kind of okay. Pretty decent little pull here. I'll check out IBIO in a little bit. Generally curious here if LCA will break above that VWAP zone. I kind of feel like it will. IBIO kind of really having some struggles here, breaking higher, holding the 2.5 okay. I'm gonna put an alert on IBIO. I've never been the biggest fan of trading it because of that giant shares outstanding, but I'm a little nervous here. Huge resistance in this area. We're kind of at a potential top, so we'd really need to see some volume coming in IBIO, and right now it doesn't have the volume, so I don't really see it breaking higher, but maybe it's gonna hold this 2.5, and maybe it's just gonna be an inside candle from yesterday. So this is going to be an engulfing candle on Friday. So I don't know. Right now it's kind of holding the support zone. We'll see what we do with it. IDE X, man, this one I gotta say it's this is the sob story for me. Hitting 2 again here. Let's just see how it goes. Watch out, not too much volume on it, but if there's opportunity, we'll see. And if volume comes in, there's definitely a bit of volume here. So we'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, Corey, I feel the same way with BHTG. And that pre-market trade I did on it kind of told me, like, I got to be careful on BHTG, which kind of made me miss some of my entries because I was too conservative. And then I got whacked on that aggressive pullback. So yeah, it's definitely been one of those stocks today. 10-11 here. Big breakout on IDE X. Maybe it's going to have a nice little continuation here. So far, so good on it, gotta say. Big, decent volume. One of the top movers on the day. Decent. PDSB pulling back hard now, backside of a move, possible bounce off of 2.5. Breaking the 47. BYFC, we've been looking at this one some time ago, huh? Yeah, here we go. Definitely a steep bottom bounce. I don't even know if this thing has catalyst, but anything that pulls off this hard oftentimes has a bit of a bounce at one point. Really solid move here. Could even see maybe back to twos. So it's well on its way right now to the twos. Wow. I can't believe IDE X is way above 2, man. Did I play that wrong or what? I like it. IDX definitely has a lot of volume in it. It looks really good. Gotta trade what has the volume. Gorilla, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Yep. WHKS looked, WKHS looked really nice pre-market as well. Yeah, just this one is just so explosive, huh? Big old sell-off. This is basically what I got stuck into with IDE X, then had a nice little red to green move. Would have been sometime nice entry right around here on this $12 pullback. The XRT has a lot of volume today, but it's not really doing anything too nice, I would argue. So kind of holding this area okay. Could be a good swing trade as it's holding this area. Michael, yeah, not too bad. I think we're in the same boat today. BHTG, yeah, I mean, it's about to have a double bottom pretty soon, so we'll be watching it. IDE X found support on the 9-minute and just ripping again. I don't really see IBIO moving that much. It doesn't have a lot of volume in it. I'll put my alert a little further down here in case we start breaking, but at the moment it doesn't look too interesting. CLSK, let's see what this bad boy is up to. Yeah. Aggressive pullbacks, that's for sure. Hit that 3.5. Man, there's something about calling out moves and then being right on the day that always aggravates me probably more than anything, but oh well. We were able to avoid some bigger losses, so that's good. BHTG, just, I'm watching this one, but don't really see why I'd want to enter just yet. The IDE X has all the momentum behind it right now. Really nice run. Could still be scalpable in this area. Some more resistance at 2.3, 2.6, 5. $2.14. Quick pullback here again. It's definitely showing a little bit more signs of weakness. Base hits are always good. 6 to 12 months, that's a long time. Bit of a hangman here. Watch out with this formation. This could be a hangman candle on IDE X, oftentimes identified as a reversal. So just kind of watch this one a little bit, be a little careful. Not saying it's always the case, but probabilities are high. PDS, is that the ticker too? Jose? Swinging for the gates. What I would do, David, and this is what I do for myself, is I have my swing trade portfolio and my day trade portfolio, and I always like to compare the returns on the two. But I don't mix up the two internally because that makes me really do a lot of weird stuff with my trading. Here goes IDE X pulling back a bit more. $10.19 now. BHTG also pulling back. That's PDSB. PDSB, yeah, okay. Yeah, this is the one we were looking at that potential 9-minute dip. Looks like it's most likely this will crack VWAP for at least a little bit. I'll put an alert, see if it starts breaking above. And below, just in case. That's how you do it, man. Happy to have you here, Jose. See if IDE X trying to break that new high here from the former candle. This technically would be a breakout entry. Let's see how this one performs. I'm not super stoked about entering now. Okay, so PDSB broke that VWAP zone that we were talking about. I think BHTG could give us kind of a late morning rally. It has the potential for it. If it holds the kind of highs we're seeing, then then I think it's going to get a little bit more interesting. Right now, it's still pulling back. I wouldn't be surprised if it continued to pull back a little bit more. But at one point, maybe we will see a nice little ripski on out of here. So that's kind of what my eyes are on. I don't really like the fact that we're in our third kind of stair stepper pattern all the way to the top side. I'm not really super stoked about the fact that 4.4 was a bit of a double top. But we'll see. Well, David, you got to start somewhere. I think we're all in that kind of category at one point. And then we realize, oh, we actually, like this and we can actually make some money off of it. And then we start, doing the research. So I wouldn't be too ashamed. All right, guys, I'm going to quickly fill up my water here and I'll be right back. Hold the like button. Stock twits, everyone's old friend. That's where Heiko's posting his ideas all day. BHTG trying to sell off here. IDE X back at 203. Nasdaq's recovered quite a bit. BHTG selling off kind of rapidly. I'm not totally sure why. Checking OTCmarkets.com, BHTG. Last 8K was on the 22nd of this month. So yeah, they had a lot of exercise price shares at $3.5. That's probably why they're acting so weird. There's a bit of dilution going on right now. 225 warrants as well. Yeah, it's never fun when you see warrants on this level. I would show you guys, but just check out OTC 10K form and just search exercise price. Then you'll see it. So I had to look it up on my other laptop. And now, thankfully, I found Alex and Ross on YouTube. Happy to hear it, TA. Thanks, David. Appreciate that. Occasionally, Ross does live stream. It's always interesting to watch. Obviously, I don't watch it when it's live, but I'll watch the playbacks. They're quite interesting. He's a very quick trader with his hotkeys. So it's on TOS, it'd be almost impossible to mimic. But he's a great trader. There's a lot to learn from him. It's twice daily emails. That's true. So far, I am a little bit red today. $70 red today. A little bit unfortunate. Started off green, ended red, or at the moment red. Just kind of watching the market a little bit here. BHTG on one chart on my second screen. I was bit sketched out BHTG after I had such aggressive sell-offs, and that's why I didn't buy this dip here that we're having. Overall, I guess that was a good idea, although I really did want a potential dip in this area. So 10.29 now. I might just have to discount BHTG. Honestly, this thing's starting to sell off a bit hard. I'm kind of nervous there's going to be some news about it. I'll see how it goes. I might still trade it. Happy to hear TA, man. Appreciate it. Vicky, that's funny. Not really sure how I feel about BHTG. I wanted to hold this area, but I'm not totally sure if it will. Volume is fading though, so let's see here. This teen zone is quite important. 16, 316. Yeah, maybe we'll get a little bounce here in this area, back to 319, 320. So, I mean, at least you guys know why we cut our losses very quickly here. Unfortunately, this time, or over here, I didn't, get aggressive when I could have. Here goes a bounce on BHTG. Let's see how long it holds. Just went over the last candle. So far, about a 2.5% bounce. I've never seen Trading Monkey, but I appreciated the non-comparison, I suppose. We're using TUS from TD Ameritrade. Is a man of the people. I gotta check him out. I'm definitely curious. IDE X pulling back here. Well, you guys sure are flattering today. makes the red day feel a little bit better. I really wanted to trade BHTG on these dips. I'm not gonna lie, like I really did. I don't like the fact that they had warrants at 3.5. It makes me feel like this thing's gonna keep pulling back. It makes me feel like maybe there's gonna be an offering alert. It just makes me really lose my confidence in BHTG a little bit, and that's why I haven't really been buying the dips. Besides, obviously, the one you guys saw. IDE X, I would love to trade it again. It has some big resistance above, losing a little bit of steam here. I feel like if I was trading IDE X at this point, I'd be FOMO trading it in terms of like revenge trading a little bit. Like, come on, I missed you the first time, I'm gonna get you the second time, and then boom, I don't know, I lose again. So I don't know, I'm waiting here. I'm waiting for a 5-minute setup, waiting for something a little bit more clear. Maybe we're gonna get something in like a half an hour or so, but at the moment, I'm sitting on the sidelines, $70 loss. IDE X trying to do a little poppy, a little bit of pop lock and rocket on out of here. Let's see if it breaks back above 215. I'm a little skeptical. This could be a bigger ABC setup, but I'm skeptical. BLINK. Wait, what? BLNK. I was like, hold up. 440. Okay. All right. Definitely interesting resistance zones here on BLNK here at 4.5, 430 as well. Just kind of interesting zones. If you could break past this, I would like to see it maybe run to 6 or here at 5. Blink looks like a late bloomer here. Popping up on our scanner as well. Plots Apple's addition to electronic vehicle charge routing capabilities. That's the catalyst. They're plotting Apple. Did I not read that correctly? They've had several nice run-ups, though. I can't really underestimate this one. This one has huge spike ability. decent, 28 million shares outstanding. I'm not sure what their float is right now. There's like a singing school outside now. The amount of stuff that happens outside of my windows is honestly, I couldn't even make it up. And it's always so random. Okay, now you guys are convincing me I gotta check out this guy out. BLINK pulling back here. Das ist brilliant, ja. Ja, stimmt. Es ist ein bisschen komisch schon. Corey, I'm right there with you. I was getting the pullback itch just now. BHTG could be bouncing here, could crack the 9-minute. Could also just pull off entirely, not totally sure. Might take a small stab at it. Pulling back here. This should be actually a bit of a bounce territory. Big resistance at that 4.5 like we talked about. BHTG's trying to have that break that we mentioned as well. Verrückt. 20 million float, thanks Carmela. Take a stab at 415. Peter, not a bad idea. Man, BHTG would really give me shift my blood pressure if I was long it. Whew, Lord. It is 10:38, guys. Having a bounce here on PDSB, had that pullback. Maybe this one's going to be the one that ends up, ripping higher. Didn't really have a catalyst today. IDE X is surprisingly holding its highs very well. Look at PDSB ripping past our alert. TOS, being the TOS we know and love, doesn't even tell us. Our alert does not fire, so that's just classic TOS. I'd be nervous if the alert did go off. BHTG kind of holding this area. LCA, it's been a weird one. IDE X. SHLL is a great swing play. I'll have to check it out. I remember looking at SHLL. Not sure how I feel about it. BHTG could be cracking. Oh man, it is cracking. 315 just poked its head under. Doing a little bit of a prairie dog move. Okay, IDE X alert just went off. IDE X held this area very nicely. I got to give it to it. We were talking that we might see some moves here a little higher at 240 or 250. Looks like it's going to do a little bit of attempt here. BHTG tried to crack below 315, did for a second, but pulled right back up. Technically, that is a bullish sign, but at the moment, I'm still not jumping at any opportunities. Always good to look at past performance. We actually broke out of the former candles. That's also a pretty good sign. IDE X having a wicked breakout here. 2.2. Any quick dip to the 13s would definitely be warranting, I think, a little dip buy. I'm not sure if we're going to get that. BHTG still pulling back. Whoop. Just did an accidental order. Cancel that real quick. Order book updated right when I click. Gotta watch out here. IDE X had a solid breakout, guys. This is definitely back on a lot of people's radars. Big resistance there at 22. Maybe we could get a dip buy here at 15 or 14. That would be kind of aggressive pullback, but I'm just going to leave the order here. I would like an order maybe closer to 18 or so. Just going to watch this price action a little bit here. IDX looks like it could be getting ready to break out. We just had that new high here. Little bit of a dip here on IDE X at the 19. We might not get the biggest dip out of IDE X. This thing might keep running here. Just broke higher on the 23. Removing my limit order. $225 getting chipped away. This could be a breakout here. I had several breakout trades on Friday, and I think I broke even on each and every one of them, or like a small win, small loss. So I don't really feel like I want to do some breakouts right now. I'm way too conservative with my pullbacks today on IDE X, except on the open, which is the one time I should have been conservative. So gotta acknowledge the fact that maybe I'm not on my A game today. So I'm definitely not going to be buying the breakouts. IDE X looks good. It's not the strongest mover. It's a 5%. BHTG could be actually bouncing for the first time. BLNK really kind of popped up quite a bit. Could see a break here of 91, pop back. Yeah, BHTG having a bit of a move. Selling off a bit more now. Put a lower order back in at 16 just in case. I don't think we're going to see a pull off back there. BLNK had that bounce we were just thinking about doing. So pretty like nice little 2% there. Nothing really to run home about, but WKHS reaching all-time highs. Nice. That's right, Ian. Appreciate it, man. I gotta say, IDE X looks really, really healthy. I was a little nervous around this kind of getting close to 2.3, 2.5 zone. I wanted to pull back on IDE X. I didn't get it. I was too conservative on that one, so it is what it is. I just had a limit order that was canceled. I think that was my challenge account. Hold on, let me see here. What was that? Yep, this one just had a canceled order on CHK. We could talk about that later if you guys are interested. BHTG is such a weird ticker at the moment. You know, keeps trying to do its thing. It is the lead gapper on the day. Had a decent little pullback here. Constantly tries to break above the 9-minute, but then has aggressive sell-off. So I've not had the confidence to buy it. This could be the break of 3. Yeah, Michael, I feel you. At least you got 2 winners, but yeah, you got to tighten up that win-loss ratio. But that happens sometimes. Sometimes we get stuck in something we don't really want, and that's just how it goes. IDE X could be interesting here. Having another pullback. Is it going to break out again? Whew, I don't know. This could be it. Charging up at the 28. VXRT. Try VWAP retest. Mike, honestly, you're probably right with that. You guys have the benefit of just learning what my phrases are on my missed trades. It's actually not too bad. I gotta say with VXRT. I don't know. It's been such a slow mover today. I don't really see why I would want to be trading it. I also didn't really see any sort of specific entry. We had a red to green here, 3rd candle bounce. Probably the one entry I would have done on VXRT, and you guys could probably even look at this chart and probably figure out where that is. Right here, right as we are breaking VWAP, we have a 9-minute pullback. This one, this was a 3-4% run. That's probably the nicest move. All right, Michael, take care. Thanks for stopping by. KTVO. That's good, David. You got to remind him. Mike's usually till like 11:30 we wrap up, unless it's very hot. I might start wrapping up at like 11:15 or so, if there's nothing going on. Sometimes you don't really know when the hot stuff is gonna keep ripping though. Interesting. IDE X, just kind of watching this one here a little bit closer. Had a decent little pullback just now. Yeah, removed my limit order. That was a pretty aggressive pullback. I didn't really want to be part of that one, so I went ahead and removed it. I'm just gonna be limit order free right now. PDSB bouncing off VWAP, blink volume spike. BHTG, guys, is still holding above the 3. That is technically a good sign. BLNK, there we go. Not too bad. I'm not a big fan of this potential flag because it's below this shoulder right here. Shows that it lacks a little bit of momentum behind it. That's kind of my thought process on this potential breakout here. T8. That's funny, but that's not a good thing. But you'll warm up, Always good to start with your first trades half position size. That way, if you make any big mistakes, it's not, the end of the world. Yeah, so BLNK, this is kind of what I was expecting here. PDSB looks actually much healthier. Having break here at 2.5. Didn't hold this area. It's a bit unfortunate. 47. PDSB actually looks probably one of the better ones. Again, no real catalyst today. SHL up 15%, still going. Nice move so far on PDSB. Definitely $3, a point of concern. 265 as well. Bigger support here at 2. IDE X is pulling back, 213 now. PDSB looking kind of healthy again in this zone. $53. Remember, this one doesn't really have a catalyst. $54, $55, could see a breakout here at $55. See if we can get a little bit of an entry here. Maybe we'll get a quick little pullback back to 55. Not getting the most volume on it, so I'm actually going to remove my limit order. You know what? I wanted this pullback here. That was probably a very sloppy overall trading on my end. Didn't even trade. Too cautious on the entry, and then I felt like I was chasing. Let's just kind of watch this one a little bit more. PDSB. Big thing I don't like about this one is the fact that it doesn't have the catalyst. I never really liked day trading stocks without a catalyst. What was that, 2 weeks ago? It was just when I was on the trip, we were day trading kind of from the country house. There was like only stocks with no catalyst. It was the weirdest trip ever. Here we go, PDSB, bigger move now. Possible entry here at 55. That's shaky, very shaky. I would love to trade this. Usually I would be all about it. So far, 11 o'clock. There we go. Nice move here. Yeah, man. It's a weird one. I would probably be, tripping over myself on this one. I should have bought the pullback. Just kind of stuck with it. Here we go. Just watching PDSB. Let's see if we can get another setup here. Let's kind of give it a little bit of time. I'm clearly overthinking this one. Yeah, that's super true on BHTG. At least it had some sort of news though. And also with BHTG about the news, it was just rehashing news that I already had. I didn't really like that either. It wasn't anything new. PDSB is looking pretty healthy though. Let's see if we can get this break of 2.8. Limit order here just in case we get a quick pullback. IDE X at 215. We got that pullback. Didn't get an entry though. It's fine. Remove this order for now. Possible trade on IDE X as it approaches 2. SINT, how about I could check out RAD. Can you explain what VWAP line is? Yeah, VWAP volume weighted average price, I think is the last one. It's basically like any other moving average, but it gets adjusted quicker based on the volume. So big volume will adjust the moving average quicker. It's kind of like the EMA, exponential moving average. It's much more tuned to the volume. Actually, no, wait. Exponential, I think, is just puts more weight on the recent candle. That's the big difference. Yeah, I was not looking at RAD today. Decent move. I probably wouldn't trade it here. I typically like the stocks between $2 and $17. Had a pretty decent rally. Nice patterns, but this whole move is only 16%, so it's not it's not amazing. Rite Aid. I used to, when I lived in New York City, I lived near Fulton Street. I actually lived across the street from a Rite Aid. It's like a CVS, kind of like grocery store chain. Wow, these guys really went downhill, huh? Really downhill. My God. And that's with reverse splits and everything. I probably would be very careful near the 20s though. PDSB. Let's keep watching it here. It's one of the few with some more exciting activity here. Could see a breakout past 2.8 at one point. Nice, 500. Good work, man. BHTG, yeah, it's kind of chilling at the 3. 71 getting chipped away. Sellers on the 69 for a second there. On the 72, 73, looks like it's about to break out the 73. PDSB is actually quite a classic little breakout setup here. IDE X, I'm watching this one closely. Dang, Tristan, some big old trades. What kind of trade did you do on it? Nice PDSB breakout. All the breakouts tend to be a little bit slower today, I've noticed. Here, PDSB has made a new high here. Kind of aggressive volume coming in here, watching this one closely. 78 buyers on there. Buying on the 78, looking for a continuation. Oh, we didn't get the entry on the 78. Let's see if we can get one more potential spot here. Just got an entry here on 78. Looking for a bigger breakout. Let's see if we can get a secondary move. Nice breakout here at 87. Kind of tripping over myself a little bit. Tripped over myself like 4 times on that trade. That was embarrassing. I hope you guys didn't see that. Tried to get out. Couldn't get out because I had the wrong time in force. Oh my lord. Yeah, so definitely not my day. This is why I use smaller position size today. After having 2 red trades in a row, I was just like, what am I doing? Wow, that was embarrassing, but I walked away with a, small 4% profit on this one. I was looking for that bigger breakout. And then now it's happening. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm not complaining. I mean, we walked away with a little bit of profit on that one. Just so sloppy. That looks so cute. Yeah. Woo! I'm exhausted. I'm going to a beer garden after this. I don't know about you guys. I'm trading like a Monday meme right now. Sweet stuff here on PDSB. Let's just keep watching it, guys. It's the hot stock right now. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you're enjoying the live. I'm always enjoying my time with you guys. It's always it's always a mystery of what's gonna happen. 72. See what we learn here from everyone. Possible support at 72, maybe low 70s. Being a little cautious here. Maybe if we do get a pullback. Don't really want to trade the 9-minute EMA just yet at the moment right now. Yes, we go live every day the market's open. So definitely consider subscribing. We also come out with a recap video near the end of the day. So love to see you in the recap video. If you guys have any questions, always leave comments. I answer all of them myself. I also have more time to answer comments on the live stream. Sometimes I can't focus on the chats too much. Appreciate the likes. Although I don't know if I like that last trade, but it is what it is. It was actually my biggest winner today. Oh man, that's just ridiculous. PDSB looks really good. Might get a dip on this one. I'm not sure. I don't really want to trade a dip on the 9-minute, although it could be the best spot. People are watching this now. This could be breaking higher. So I'm watching it closely. We've had a few flushes on PDSB though in the past, so that's making me a little bit more cautious. This looks like a break of 3. Can happen any minute. Big resistance on the 3. If we break the 3, I wouldn't mind getting aggressive on this one a little bit more. Honestly, when a stock's on the backside of a move, I'm usually very cautious on it. Yeah, back burner, it's probably one way to put it. Look for some bigger dips on it, maybe. This could be a nice breakout here. Pull back to 89. Let's see what happens. Could break the 3. Moving up my limit order just a little bit here. A little bit of resistance. We had a pretty nice move so far. A 34% move. Nice, Paul. Here we go, guys. This is going to be a really interesting setup here. This is this is a bit of an extended run, a little bit overextended here. 1, 2, 3, maybe third pullback. Could keep going, just 287, 288. Wow, we just missed that limit order by just a hair, huh? That hit 76 and pulled back up. I'm going to remove it for now. Just kind of watch it. Pulled back down to 75. That would have been the entry. Bouncing at 75. Still pulling back. Let's see if we can get a higher move here. Move back on the 77. Then sell into a bounce here maybe. Yep, so that 75 was the right idea. Yep, a little bit of scratch. Just got an entry on the 77. Pulling higher possibly here. Had a stop. Breaking possibly the 9-minute here. Basically broke this one, made $2 on that trade. That was a break-even trade. I wanted a bigger, yeah, the entry on the 75 would have been a little bit better. So we had 2 entries on 77. Man, what am I doing? All right, well, it's nice that we were able to walk away with this one. I was hoping for a bigger bit of pop above the 9-minute. Oh, well. Mondays, man. Mondays. Gotta watch out. PDSB pulling back again here. Or maybe it's gonna finally crack. I don't know. Had a nice run to $3. Just got to limit your downside risk always. Risk management is the most important thing, and the easiest way to do risk management is limit your position size until you become consistently profitable on certain patterns, and then focus on those patterns and then start experimenting with new patterns. Nice TA. What happened, Heiko? Yeah, it's not really my day either. Here we're back at 77. This could be the move I was waiting for. It's breaking 78 here. I don't think I'm going to enter this, but it's more or less what I was looking for. IDE X breaking out again. Man, oh man, IDE X has just been doing everything that breaks my heart. BHTG above 3. So I was thinking about buying IDE X at $2.02, maybe $2.03 maybe. It only pulled back to $2.06. I would have never actually ended up, getting the entry I wanted on this one. Gotta say, it's holding its highs pretty okay. Not bad on IDE X. Remember, PDSB doesn't have nearly as much volume, and it doesn't even have a cat for today catalyst. IBIO had a nice bounce here after it tried to crack the 2.4, and it's been running up ever since. So pretty sweet there, but not a lot of volume. Actually, volume's not too bad. Big question, is BHTG going to pull back above 3.2? If it does, I would like to be there. If it doesn't, I probably won't be looking at BHTG anymore. Could be a good dip buy at like 2.5 or $2 extended hours or so, but I don't know. Watch out with the IBIO. It's a bit overextended. It could have a very aggressive pullback at any moment. I'm actually going to put an alert here, see if it does have a pullback. That was a little too high. I'm going to see if it breaks above VWAP. Move this. PDSB at 85. So that dip buy was right. It was just kind of the wrong timing. BHTG has been, I think, a bummer for a lot of people today. IDE X had a nice little pullback back to that support zone. Could see a secondary run here. Here we go, IDE X. Not a lot of volume though on this potential breakout. Whew! Oh, trading today is making me ready for 4th of July already. I'm ready for some burgers and barbecue. I already got a barbecue place picked out for 4th of July. I'm ready to go. Yeah, PDSB, man. Talk about getting out at a very unfortunate time. Do you guys think we're gonna break that $3 zone? I'm really not sure. We had a nice 5-minute breakout. This is technically a really good setup here. I would probably wait for, I don't know, 87. $83, quick pull back to 83. Nice, TA. We're in the same boat then. Oh man, Tristan. Sorry to hear, man. Yeah, that's a. If you stick with it, you will recover. But yeah, dude, it's always tough when those days happen, man. I totally can feel you. New minute's about to start on PDSB. This could be the minute that rips higher. $42 million volume on PDSB. NASDAQ had a nice recovery. Dow Jones up higher too at 1.6. So 2.9 getting chipped away here. Possible entry. Moved my limit order, was on 89 for a second. Bigger breakout here. Limited order back on 89. Maybe we could get a quick little dip entry on it. Break of 3 any moment. Boom! There was a big break of 3. Congrats to anyone that traded that one. Bigger volume, consolidating now. Could be a quick 1-minute pullback. Possible entry here. Doesn't even give us a chance really to enter on the pullback. – . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Needs to break that 307. 40 seconds into the candle. 94 quick whip there. What's up, Satoshi? Good to have you back. Where you been? Big volume here on this one, guys. 1 second. Hard to check the chat right now. Yep, here we go. 307. Could see the crack. Boom, there it is. Short-lived though. Ooh, I would not be buying this breakout. Could be big though, but not for me. After Friday's breakout fiasco that I was having. This is big. We finally broke $3. It's 11.27 here. That was a 5% move, really cool. PDSB is picking up dollar volume up 88%, one of the lead gappers in the small cap space. Gotcha. Closing Miami down. I don't know how I feel about that. PDSB still holding the highs well. No, nothing wrong with living off swings. That's what I was doing my whole time when I was on my road trip. PDSB, guys, 315, breaking higher. Really nice move. Wanted that entry. I'm not even sure why I didn't do it. Just watching it closely here. 98 could be an entry, maybe low threes. Still a lot of buyers on this one. IBIO is below 248. So just checking PDSB long-term here, we broke a significant kind of $3 support and resistance zone. Next major probably areas at 5. Honestly, maybe even kind of $3.90, $4. But this could keep a nice little track here. I'm watching it closely. Always want to save some cash, be ready to go. Not going to buy a breakout until we see a little bit more consolidation. The XRT creeping back. PDSB is definitely creeping up here, looking pretty good. Pulling back to 86. Bigger sell volume on that one. Pulling back to 93, quicker pullback here to 88. Leaving money on the table. I know today's not my best day. A little bit off today. PDSB just kind of doing its thing here. I like the fact that we broke 3. Would love to jump back on in this one. Might need a little bit longer time to consolidate. We got Blink here at 375, pulling back. IBIO had that pullback, broke above. I don't know why my alerts aren't going off. It's been a little bit ridiculous lately with the alerts. LCA, not the biggest fan of that one. IDE X had a nice little bounce there after it retested the support zone. And then BHTG really did not break back above the 3.2. This is what I was worried about. I had the alert here, see if we would break up. We only have big sell volume here, not really too interested. Back to PDSB. Markets are green, guys. Let's see what we get. Would buy a pullback on this one most likely. Yeah, Mondays. I was already nervous about it before we started trading, which is probably not a good thing to just be nervous for no reason. I was actually excited with BHTG because pre-market it was the main lead gapper. We haven't seen one clear lead gapper in a while, but it did its whole move basically pre-market. We luckily got one trade on it, so that was kind of cool. We got one trade on it pre-market, which worked out well, but then we gave back some profits on this VWAP kind of dip trade here. I wasn't even trying to trade VWAP. It just pulled back so hard it looked like it. PDSB breaking higher again. I don't really think this move is over. It just likes to freak us out a little bit. Yeah, the pre-market activity has been really nice lately. I'm a little nervous when we go into the summer months that it's going to dry up a bit, but so far it's been hot. So I think summer starts, when do the schools get out and all that stuff? When is that? Basically the next week or two. Check out the 5-minute candle. We actually had more sell volume before on this pullback, so this could be quite nice here. I don't think this move is over yet. I don't know, with the Helsinki candles. I mean, Helsinki. I just said is city's name. Heiken Ashi candles. I don't know. Like in hindsight, when you look at them, it makes total sense. But like using them, I'm not sure. I would have to kind of probably do a few weeks of comparing and contrasting and putting two charts side by side. It would be actually kind of a fun little social experiment. I think it'd probably mess me up quite a bit, but I think that would be the only way. I've only tried to trade them every now and then, which obviously is not nearly the amount of time you need to put into it. PDSB maybe pulling back here, just has not really been able to hold above the 3. I would like to see it hold the 3. Let's see what kind of dip we get here. This could be a little bit bigger of a move. Can't believe I said Helsinki. My God. Maybe that's a sign I need to wrap up trading. If I'm going to make that big of a mistake. I just like the fact that we've dug out of the hole a little bit, but not nearly enough. It's kind of a slower day here as well. I'm going to give it a little bit longer here, and then I'll probably wrap up my trading. And so let's just kind of see if we get an opportunity. Yeah, I used to live there. It's a good fun place. Loved it there. A lot of energy. Kind of looks like PDSB is on the backside of a move, honestly. It just has the volume, it has everything ready to go. If it breaks, keeps over the 3, we could see a really, really nice continuation. Well, IBIO is not giving up just yet, but it doesn't have that much volume here. I have a alert if it breaks over 255. I would like to see that, but on the daily, it kind of feels like it might be a little overextended. Had a pretty big move here. Doesn't really have any new catalyst. Kind of has very low volume today. I don't really see it breaking like 275 or so today, unless something happens in the afternoon. But for now, I probably won't be trading IBIO. I wish I bought the dips here at the 2.45 zone. This thing has been doing really, really good in these areas, so it's a little bit annoying that I wasn't able to buy the dips in them. So that's kind of probably a bigger regret that I have today. Possible setup here on PDSB. Nice. Sweet move, Satoshi. There we go, PDSB. IDE X breaking out above 2.2. Looks like that one's still in the race a little bit here. Watching PDSB. IDE X breaking out higher now. Keep a close eye on PDSB, guys. It's looking pretty okay. Big volume on that breakout. IDE X looking good as well. So I got 10:38. They have new news. I don't know. BHTG is till it really starts moving. I'm not gonna start guessing on it. There we go. IDE X, solid little move here. PDSB just did not hold this area. Doesn't look too interesting. IDE X, much more volume on it. $181 million being traded on IDE X, while PDSB at 58 million. PLINK moving as well. Is my P&L open right here, Satoshi? Or are you talking about a different one? IDE X, possible entry if we get a bigger pullback, maybe under 20. PDSB, possible breakout. Woo, 220's got big old buyers on it. Wouldn't be surprised if 220 on IDE X got chipped away for good. Might have a nice bounce though under that. Buyers loading up. There we go. PDSB pulling back. Calm down. The reason BHTG was talked about is because it's our lead gapper on the day. CLSK. Yeah, that one just constantly tries, huh? Different one. It's the top one on your buy and sell. It's the one on your buy and sell. Is it really a different one? I mean, this one does tell me how much I'm going to make on the trade. No? I'm a little confused. This is profit loss open. It always tells me how much I'm going to make on the day trade. Sounds the same. Or is it not even in this area? This is TD Ameritrade, ThinkorSwim platform. Check out the video description below, guys, for some FAQs. A lot of questions there that I've already answered. Nothing wrong with asking a question, but always worth checking it out. A lot of content there. I think IDE X could be a really, really nice trade. I think PDSB could be maybe a dip at one point. I don't know. I'm not really rushing anything. Shows you the per dollar amount. The per dollar amount. Isn't that what I see here though? It shows me the dollar amount. I mean, there must be something really obvious I'm missing here. This P&L open shows me the dollar amount of my trade. Go next to sell order and hit custom star. This thing. Shows you the who board P&L. I'm not sure if I'm getting you, Satoshi. IDE X pulling back here, 217. Everything's looking like it's doing a little bit of a pullback. How long switch? I think TOS, you can be up and running in like a day or so, maybe 2 days. The best thing to do is I have many different brokerages accounts. I don't use them all, but just might as well set it up and then switch on over when everything's ready to go. There's no need to rush it or delay it or anything. PDSB pulling back as well as IDE X. Could see one little trade here. Chad, PDSB is already in the green. The red to green moves refer to the overall daily candle. That's why they typically happen in the morning when there's a red dip and then they go green. Small start to custom. I will have to talk about it. Maybe send me some screenshots in the email. I would like to check this out, what you're talking about. I'm just not really sure at the moment. Watching PDSB could be a dip buy right above VWAP. Pretty aggressive little dip on IDE X. I'm going to give it a little bit longer here, and I'll probably be wrapping up soon. Nice bounce on IDE X overall, though. Really, really nice move. I can't believe that we took a loss on this one. That really kind of bums me out a little bit, but oh well, it is what it is. I had to manage my risk, and if it broke past kind of that 169, 165 level, I could have been down, 10% really quickly, and I didn't want to be in that position, so I had to cut my loss on it. Took my 5% or so, and just moved on. Oh, you're talking about the order book. Show studies from chart. Okay, yeah. P&L open. I gotta say though, I think this P&L open here would probably absolutely freak me out. And the reason for that is that it would just show me, I would probably start focusing on this, which is super irrelevant. We could look into IBIO. I'll look into some possible swing trades ideas. PDSB is pulling back here. Might do a little dip trade on this one. $73, still pulling back here. Maybe we're going to break VWAP. Maybe it's just going to be a smaller move. Doesn't look like we're going to break VWAP just yet. I'm not holding any swing trades yet. Here we go, pulling back, 72, 73. Could just do, here's that break, 78, 70, 61, big volume on that, watch out, this might not be over. No news came out about it. Pulling back again, 61. Let's see here. 68. Maybe we're not going to get that full-on dip we were hoping for. PDSB, yeah. It's not really something I want to be buying on a kind of half VWAP pullback. It just doesn't look that... this is really not something I typically enter here. Getting some decent shares coming through, though. I'll definitely be checking out the P&L open here in a second. Might even go to on demand for that. Just want to see if we don't miss this move right here. Could be another dip. No, I don't really use Bollinger Bands. That's pretty much everything I use right here. I sometimes use RSI for daily swing trades on the daily chart. Other than that, I don't really use anything else. I think my chart's cluttered enough as it is, in my opinion. Looks like we might be breaking back above this area. This could be a quick little move here. Yep, there was that move. That was the candle I was looking for. Stonks only go up. I'm not sure what stonks are, but if you mean stocks, I think over the long time, the index has been proven that it always recovers and goes up, yes. But individual stocks obviously get replaced. And the index is an assortment of the top stocks, and those always get switched out. So I would fine tune that statement, and then I'd probably agree with it. It really looks like PDSB will pull back probably again here. I don't really know how long it's going to take. Oftentimes, if I like to play around with like new things, different things, I'll use on demand, the simulator trader here. It's really, really sweet. You can pick the day you trade. Obviously, you can't pick the current day. There is kind of like a limit how close you can get. So we could pick Friday. And we all know that on Friday at the market open, VXRT was quite a beast. This is Friday, VXRT. This is the open here. Order book is all sorts of messed up here. Everything's like on a different time frame right now for some reason. Ah, there we go, just updated. 1270. So let's say we wanted to buy, let's say, I don't even know where it is right now. We're at 1280. So this is on demand here. This is our paper account. So we'd probably be trading, you know, with typical. I don't know why the chart's not updating. I gotta say that's a little bit unusual here. So on-demand trading is a great way to test out certain things. I really don't know why the chart's not updating, though. It's a little bit of, you know, when you want to show somebody something, everything doesn't really seem to work. But all right, whatever. Pretend the chart was updating. Right now, the price is pulling back. We might say we want to entry here closer to 12, maybe even a bit lower. So let's say we get an entry here. Whoops, why didn't we get that fill? Let's try again here at 12. Oh, that's the stop order. Hold on one second, guys. Back here at 12. So this, okay, so we just got an entry here. And so this is what Satoshi was talking about. You can see here your P&L on the open. This is actually pretty cool. Although I got to say, I think it's probably extremely distracting trading this way, because you're going to start thinking, okay, I want the price to go maybe just a little bit further. I want to hit that 12. And I got to say, that's like probably just mentally a very, very not really a place you want to be, but that is pretty cool. I gotta say, this is pretty unique. They actually have kind of a lot of stuff in here that I was not aware of. Trade count, trade orders. You got the price, fills. So fills should actually show here, no? Maybe not. I'm just gonna keep it simple. But yeah, that's pretty much how that works. And you guys remember this VXRT from Friday, so pretty sweet. This is a great way to honestly try a lot of stuff. I used to try the templates here a lot. The triggers with brackets, the 2 brackets. You can have an automatic stop. You can have an automatic, take profits, and it'll automatically put that stuff in there based on your criteria. So really, really cool stuff. Hey, this would have been a good winning trade here. Oh, we just got halted. I'm actually going to say join the ask. It's a great way to get out very quickly. Let's see if we can leave the ask, and actually I'm going to pull it down here a little bit. Boom. So we just made a little $100 on this demo trade. Better day than the real trade, but on demand is a great way to practice stocks in the hindsight. Let's go back to real trading. So on demand is a little bit different than paper trading. Paper trading, if you log into TOS, you have 2 options, paper or something else like real. That's live paper trading. And then on demand is like going back in time. It's like TiVo, or like on demand, watching TV or whatever that stuff was called back then. I think Binance is the cheapest place. Honestly, I think Binance is a pretty good platform. All right, guys, I'm gonna be wrapping up here. I gotta get out of here. It was good fun trading with everyone today. Unfortunately, I think today is a red day for me. Yeah, we're down $33. I really thought we were gonna get a nice little dip buy on PDSB, get back into the green. IDE X was a real fumble for me. Could have easily been a green trade. I just jumped into this one. I really like the setup, but then it pulled back much harder. I should have been more vigilant on the daily. I'll talk a little bit more about that in the recap video. BHTG, we got a nice pre-market trade on this one, and then I gave back my profits, and then PDSB, popped up on the scanner and saved us. Yeah, Satoshi, good point on the paper trading part. I agree. I usually only use it when the markets are closed, or if I want to quickly try out a feature. The Hindenburg fiasco. Sorry to hear, man. But it sounds like you cut your losses at one point. What kind of position size you're trading? 2.5% fee is very high. I don't think that's fair. It's not really safe to keep your money on any specific broker, to be honest. PDSB, very quickly here, pulling back. Okay. Well, maybe in the recap video, guys, we'll get another trade. I'm not totally sure. Otherwise, I'm gonna wrap up here. Don't forget to drop a like if you haven't done so. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing if you want to join again. I would love to see you guys here. The community is always really good fun. Let's go back to PDSB, and yeah, guys, I'll see you in the recap video. Don't forget to drop some comments if you have any questions. Thanks for being part of the community, teaching me new stuff. I mean, I'm learning every day with you guys, so always really good fun. Green day for 1AP Pro, awesome, man. I think what you locked it in good, because I think some other people had some not so hot days today. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you later, and see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.